is actually this Jay-Z Colin Kaepernick thing. Because Pavy, we actually haven't had a chance to talk about this deal because it happened yesterday morning when it was announced, I think. And we didn't do the morning brew yesterday, or we didn't do a happy hour because we had to travel back to Chicago. So let's talk. Let's talk about this Jay-Z partnership. Jay-Z has partnered with the NFL to basically help them build a social justice arm. A lot of people are
outraged, mad.
Are outraged and upset about it because of the fact that Colin Kaepernick still does not have a job. And although this partnership is going to probably be more beneficial for the community, a lot of people feel as though Jay-Z sold out Colin Kaepernick in exchange for the potential to make money on the back end. And I won't lie, it's the first move by Jay-Z where I think a lot of people forget that like Jay-Z was a drug dealer. You know what I mean? So he's a shrewd motherfucker, okay? He's not some nice, sweet guy that, you know what I mean? Just because you call him Uncle Hove now and he got fucking dreadlocks, that don't mean that he ain't still a shrewd businessman. He's still a very, extremely shrewd businessman. And although I understand, partnering with the NFL to make that happen, it's a business move to me more than it is about a community move.
You think so?
Yeah. Last year, when he declined to do the Super Bowl because of the Colin Kaepernick thing, very stand-up thing. But you close this partnership. Supposedly, Colin Kaepernick had no idea about this partnership or that it was coming or anything along those lines. And basically, Jay-Z went out and did it. Mm-hmm. He referenced Colin Kaepernick in his statements, but Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job because he's been blackballed by the NFL at this point, and he still cannot get a job, even though Pavy and we talked about it on the last episode of the Morning Brew, or at least 2 episodes ago where we showed a clip of him. He's still ready. He still works out. He's still doing his thing. Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts, Pavy, about this whole Jay-Z situation? Go ahead. Talk to the people.
I mean, for one, I can understand why people think they should be outraged, but for me, I mean, yes, I agree with you. It's probably more of a business move, like a move for the community. But for one, who do we think that if anybody can go at least talk to Roger Goodell, bring us some social issues that black people may go through, is Jay-Z, somebody with the power and influence of Jay-Z. I don't have an issue with him doing a business deal. Also, with the Colin Kaepernick thing, I would maybe feel a different way if Kaepernick didn't receive the settlement he received in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, he did get, but he still doesn't have a job, though. I think the settlement and the thing that everybody's saying is like the whole point of it was that he sued them because they colluded against him to not give him a job. So even though he got paid, he's still a young man in physical condition. There's still players that are on rosters that aren't as good as him, mm-hmm. and he's still not playing.
But you don't think that he gonna have it like it's not like it's business, but it's also like now I'm in there to maybe make the chess moves to get Kaepernick back into the league. Mm-hmm. Like you don't think that could happen? Like, I mean, some people like you got to do chess moves it seems like he's just partnering with these the NFL slave owners. And they feel like, oh, okay, he's just selling out, and then it's like, boom, I made myself such like an impact in this league now, and I have so much power in it. I can make.
Pavy, mute whatever you got on in the background that's loud. But no, I feel you. Or if you want on speaker, take us off speaker. But I feel you. But the thing about it is, that's cool if it's a chess move. If you're doing it with Colin Kaepernick, if you're just doing it at the expense of Colin Kaepernick without doing it with him, then it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, sometimes he might, be talking to him, but I feel like he's got to do.
Colin Kaepernick's people have said that he had that he hadn't been reached out and that it hadn't been discussed with him.
Again, that's a chess move. I can't. Like, they not gonna let me in if I'm partnering with you and I'm going all gung ho with you. I have to maybe I gotta get in here this way.
But then then I'm cool with that. But don't mention my name to help sell your deal through and try to make it seem like your deal is about good publicity. Don't say that I started the revolution and you're going to continue it through a paid partnership with your company to bring social justice reform with the NFL, who's a league that colluded against me for protesting and utilizing my right as an American, for me not to be able to participate in that union, which I collectively bargained to be a part of, and I am a part of the association. I don't know, man. I feel like that Jay-Z, it's a little sticky. Go ahead, Pav.
I mean, I didn't really have an issue with that statement. Like, I mean, basically what he was saying was like, yeah, you started the work, and it's like, okay, yeah, like we kneeling, but okay, like what comes next? What's the next step? That's basically what he was saying. And that part I understood. Like, okay, yeah, what's the next step? Like, Cap has got his point across. Literally, I go to a sporting event and I hear the anthem however many times, and it will never sound the same to me. The anthem, I will never respect or salute the anthem the way that I salute the anthem. Like, Cap put that in my mind forever. But there has to be a next step after that. Like, what are we gonna do next? So Jay can come in and actually, like, look, is he gonna be able to change a multitude of things? Who knows? But I'm just saying, somebody if anybody can do anything, it's somebody with the power and influence that Jay-Z has. Like one thing that's wrong with black people in this country is we don't have that many Jay-Z's. It's like 2 of them. Okay. Because of the history of us in this country, like we should create more Jay-Z's. When you create more Jay-Z's, then things will get better for us because we have more people to make things better for us. That's why, Jews are the way. People say Jews are where they are. Why? Because they the ones with the money. And when you know ones with money, it can get better for other people who don't even have the money. Mm-hmm. So it's nobody. So if he can't at least sit down, have a conversation, and at least talk to the man and put something in the man's mind. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't come in with Kaepernick and sit down with these people. They don't want it. They already see what Kaepernick doing. They, he's already has his agenda and they pushing that off. He is, at least he mentioned it. At least he did it. I feel like I'm not mad that he mentioned his name. I mean, at least you're putting on that, I do stand for what he stands for too. He's got to make his business moves and he's got to get in how he has to get in. But it's like, I ain't forgot about him, or at least I'm saying that. And like I said, we'll see. But I agree with Pavy. I feel like he's going person that can actually make an impact and at least have more black people following him, at least bring more awareness to certain things on a higher level. Jay-Z can get into a lot more doors than a lot of other people. So, and actually make something happen and has the wealth to make things happen. And again, I would feel worse for Kaepernick if he wasn't taken care of. You got, what was the settlement? TPJ,
It was $60 million.
Exactly. You got a $60 million settlement. Now, granted, I understand you want to play football, and that has nothing to do with playing football. But my thing is this: it's not like you out there, you can't play football, and you left in the cold, you on the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got a $60 million settlement. I will feel you won. You took the NFL to court, and you won. You got a $60 million settlement. Now, granted, I understand that's not you playing football. That may be still something you want to do, but it ain't like your family can't eat because of what you did. It's some people that spoke out against things and their family literally can't eat because they spoke out against things.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, one second. No, never mind. What? Supposedly, him and Eric Reed only got $10 million. That their settlement could be less than $10 million.
Oh, not
okay,
60?
Well, that's unfortunate.
But also, I see something that said that he pocketed $80 million. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they said it's $10 million.
Regardless, you got some money out of settlement. I would like to have $10 million. And also
this makes this Jay-Z thing real.
Hold on. I'll see what Kaepernick is this. People talk about this. He opted out.
Okay.
He had a deal with the Niners. It was a player option, and he decided to opt out of that deal.
That's what I'm saying. He has a great movement going on for sure.
Yeah.
His whole team, his girl, like they have a great movement going on. And so I do feel like there has to be a next step, and there has to be let me put. Like the NFL is all, who they are owned by. It's like Jay-Z getting in there is making it
it's making it good for Jay-Z.
Hey, black people winning. That's all I care about.
Come on, man.
But you don't think making it good for Jay-Z can make it good for the next person who at least looks like Jay-Z?
That's what I'm saying.
And wants to do some of the same things?
I'm not saying that that's untrue, but I'm just saying if we're gonna talk about Hove and we're gonna talk about the real intentions, if the real intention was to prove a point and to bring this reform, then you don't do that by piggybacking and making your PR campaign about this guy when this guy is still not going to be taken care of at the level at which you want to play. His thing was not about money. It was about a job. It's about a job. Jobs. So yeah, Jay-Z might help the future Colin Kaepernick, but guess what? If you don't want to stand for the national anthem, you stay in the locker room now. They already pretty much solved all. I mean, Eric Reed is still kneeling on the sidelines, which is wild. But which is wild because like he really, I respect him because his career is on the line and he still keep kneeling. They still keep testing him, trying to get him dropped dirty. He ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think the Jay-Z thing, it rubs me the wrong way. I think the idea was there, but I think, like, as I said before, motherfuckers forgot he used to sell drugs, and he is a shrewd businessman, and that's what shrewd businessmen do. They make business decisions, and this was a business decision to be able to get him closer to the NFL, to be able to get his company closer. It's including the fact that we got to forget that Roc Nation has a sports division. They have sports agency. Mm-hmm. So what does that do if you Jay-Z and you got a closer relationship with the NFL now? That puts you in front of more NFL players and athletes to be able to sign for your agency and for your company. So like I said, I'm cool if we want to just act like Jay-Z's doing, a good business deal. Fine. But don't paint this as like he's doing some community service. This ain't no fucking community service. This is not no community service. It's a strategic partnership to make the NFL look better and give motherfuckers like me who stopped participating in watching the NFL for the past few years to come back and watch it because now Jay-Z is partnering with the NFL and everything is all right. This social justice is right because we partner with Jay-Z. It's like Trump tweeting ASAP Rocky shit just so that way we could be like, oh, Trump's not that bad.
Oliver said something else.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I feel you. But at the same time, I don't have an issue with them doing it. It was a business deal that made sense for both sides, but also within this business deal, good things can come from this business deal. For instance, you said, okay, he's getting put in front of, more athletes now. Well, it's a whole bunch of black athletes who got a lot of issues with owners who can't get paid and they feel like they should get paid more. Maybe him getting in the face of the NFL, being around some people, can at least help them get their money. Something. But yes, it is a business deal that makes sense for him. It's a quote-unquote selfish move. Yes, I agree, but I don't have an issue with it.
All right, cool. So go ahead. Can you read Oliver's comment? If you can read off the screen as well.
No, I can read it right
in here. Make sure you show him his card. Let him know he donated. Shout out to you, Oliver.
Kenya. You can be in this thing too.
Oh, hold on one second.
How about this?
We're gonna go to Shana Cam. Go ahead. Yeah, shout out to Oliver.
Yeah.